regions are region 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and you'll hear this called quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay, other than 4 regions or quadrants. Okay, the origin is in your very middle. That's right here. Okay, so your origin is at point 0, 0. That is that point right there. Okay, your x-axis is the one that runs horizontal. Your y-axis is the one that runs vertical. Any questions there? All right, an ordered pair is a point on the graph, a point that is x comma y, a point on the graph. Point on the graph. Okay. Everybody's got that? Everybody's good to go. All right. Naming. Okay. Identify the ordered pair and quadrant of each point. Okay. So all we're doing is we're looking for where is point A, what is that ordered pair, and which quadrant is it in. Okay. So point A over here is in quadrant. Which quadrant is this? 2. 2. Okay. So this is in quadrant 2. Okay. In the ordered pair, you go to the left. So -1, -2, -3 is the x value. -3. Okay. Going up 1, 2, 3, 4. So your point is -3, 4. That comma is there, comma. All right. Point B. Which quadrant is point B in? 4. 4. Okay, quadrant 4. All right, that point is going to the right 1, 2. Down 1, 2, 3. So down will be negative. So -3. Point C. Okay, point C. Where is that located? Right, we can see it, but what is that on? It is on your y-axis. On your y-axis. Okay. You do not move left or right at all. Right, so your x value is 0, but you do go up 2. So you got 0, 2 is your ordered pair. All right, which quadrant is D in? 1. Okay, quadrant 1. You're going to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going up 1. 7, 1 is that ordered pair. All right, E is in which quadrant?
2.
All right, look, 1. Y'all look up here. Quadrant 1, 2, quadrant 3. That is in your third quadrant. And this would be 4. Okay. 4 point E. You're going left 1, 2, 3, 4. So left 4 would be -4. Okay, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -6. And the last one here, going for F. Where is that located?
X-axis.
X-axis. Okay, we do go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So left 5 is -5. Okay, and you're not going up or down, so that is 0. Any questions there? All right, a distinct or discrete graph is a graph points. So a graph that would look like this. Graph with distinct points. Kind of like what we just had above. Distinct points. All right, then you could have a continuous graph. That is a graph with connected points. Okay, that would be a graph that would look something like this. Right, where you got a smooth flowing line. All right, any questions there? All right. Let's move on. Relations. All right, so your set of x values, is called your domain. Your set of y values is called your range. So when you see x's, you're thinking about domain. When you see y's, you're thinking about range. All right. And then the other thing we'll talk about is, up here, you've got a spot for a definition. I skipped past it by accident. So the definition of a relation is a set of ordered pairs. Okay, so above this, right here, you should have a set of ordered pairs. All right, the other thing we'll talk about is if this is a function or not. Okay, for something to be a function, your x values cannot be repeated, okay, with different y values. So if we look at number 1, right, we repeat -3, those have different y values, so this would not be a function. All right, and then we think about the domain. Thinking about the set of x values. So bracket, okay, if you struggle with brackets, that is an S and a 2 for the left, and a 2 and then an S for the right. Okay, put it together, you're going to have S2, that's another one, 2S. All right. So, think about from smallest to largest. Our smallest x value is -3. We have that twice, so I don't need to write that twice. I only have to write it once. Okay, so -3, comma, -2, 1, and 3. That's your domain, your set of x values. Your range is your set of y values. All right, your smallest one is -4. And then you go -4, 0, 1, 2, 5. Okay, you can see this written in a table, right? So -3, 1. Hey, look, this goes all the way across. Okay, so this row is all based off this. Okay, so you have the order pair -3, 1, you have order pair -2, 0, order pair 1, 2, order pair 3, -4, and order pair -3, 5. All right, and a map is kind of like a table. Your x values are on the left, your y values are on the right. Okay, and you put your x values, okay, -3, -2, -3 again. Okay, then put your y values. You have to put all those, right? That would be 1, 0, 2, -4, 5. Okay, what a map does is you draw a line from the x value to the y value. So -3, 1, -2, 0, 1, 2, 3, -4, 3, -3 to 5. So that -3 has 2 lines coming from it. Okay, and then the graph is just connected, is putting your points. Okay, so -3, -3, 1, -2, 0, 1, 2, 3, -4, and then -3, 5. All right, and so you can connect these points, right? You would go left to right. That would be what your graph looks like. Now, another way to determine if something is a function or not is what they call the vertical line test. Okay, everybody in here has a vertical line. Yes, with a what? Pencil, right? So all you have to do to determine if something's a function is scan your vertical line across the graph, okay? And if a point touches your pencil twice in one spot, then it's not a function. Okay, so immediately if I look here at -3 and I've got my vertical line, I've got 2 points along that line, which tells me that it's not a function. Okay, which is what we wrote up top, not a function. Any questions there? All right, number 2. Is this a function, right? You've got -2, -1, 0, 2, and 5. Are any of those x values reused? No, right? So does that mean it's a function, yes or no? Yes, it is a function. Okay, so it is a function. All right, my domain is the set of x values. That's -2, -1, 0, 2, and 5. My range is the set of y values. Okay, that's -4, -3, -2, -1, and 4. Okay, remember, we're talking about x, comma, y for order pair. In the table, that would look like this: -2, -3, -1, 4, 0, -2, -2, 2, -4, 5, -1. That's what it would look like in a table. In the map, it would look the same. Basically, it's the table just with lines. So -2, -3, -1, 4, 0, -2, 2, -4, 5, -1. Okay, and so you just draw a line to its y value. And then lastly, we would graph this. So -2, -3, -1, 4, 0, -2, 2, -4, and then 5, -1. Okay, and you just need to connect these points. Do your vertical line test. Is this a function? Is it ever going to touch my pencil twice in one spot? The answer is no, right? And which makes sense because we already said that that was going to be a function. let's do it. All right, last part for today. Let's see. I think I've got my notes out of order on which day we're doing. Does this come next in y'all's? Yeah. Okay. All right. We just talked about this part. Okay, on the function, not a function. So we'll just go through real quick through some of these. We'll go through the odds and determine if these are a function or not a function. Okay, so looking at number one, we're looking at our x values. Are the x values repeated? Okay, so 5, 3, 2, 0, -1. Are any of those repeated? No, so what does that mean? It is a function. And what about 3? -4, -3, -2, 1, -3.
Yes,
Yes, the -3 is repeated, and what's important is that they have different y values, which they do. Okay, so that is no function. Okay, 5. All right, we got 3, -1, 0, 2, 3. Function, yes or no? No, right? This 3 was repeated. Okay, 7, -5, -3, 0, 1, 2. Yes, that is a function. None of those were repeated. All right, any questions on that? All right, let's look at these last ones here. So we got 9. All right, -8, -4, 0, 4, 8. Are any of those repeated? No. Okay, so yes, this is a function. All right, 11, we have a map. Okay, 3 goes to 0, or -3 goes to 0, -1 goes to 4, -2 goes to 7, and 4 goes to 4. Okay, are any of the x values repeated? No. Okay, none of the x values are repeated, so yes, this is a function. Okay, let's do 12 instead of 13. Okay, -4 goes to 4, -1 goes to -1, and -1 goes to 7. So what does that mean?
It's not a
Not a function. No, not a function. Okay, any questions on that? All right, let's move on. All right, we talked about the vertical line test, so we'll briefly go through this. All right, let's do number 14. We'll go down the left side here. Okay, so determine if it's a function or not. Okay, this is not a function, right? If you take this vertical line, you're gonna cross 2 points right here. 1, 2. So not a function, no. What about 16? Am I ever gonna have the graph touch in 2 spots? Oh, so that means that we do have a function. Okay, any questions on those 2? What about 18? If I take my vertical line, am I going to touch in 2 places? Yes, so that means this is not a function. So what about 20? This is a vertical line itself. So would it pass the vertical line test? It's kind of a tricky question, right? If I put my vertical line here, how many times is that going to touch? At least twice, right? So this means it's not a function. Vertical lines are not a function. Okay, any questions there? All right, so we will stop there for the day. Okay, you'll have